Aquarius, what's going on? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, and I am here to bring you your September 2021 Silent Enemies reading. To those of you who are already part of the 8th House community, thank you so much for all the love and support you bring to the channel, all that beautiful air energy you bring. I love it. I rock with you guys. I love Aquarius energy because I love the Aquarius energy in my chart and how it gets down. My North Node is in Aquarius. I got Mars in Aquarius. Aquarius is in my 4th house. Like, I love the Aquarius energy. I love it, love it, love it. So, for those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. I'm Dee. This is 8th House Energy, and we're doing a Silent Enemies reading. This reading is set up to get you to pay attention to your intuitive nudges. In reference to the people who are closest to you. On a spiritual level, the universe sends us down here to learn a lesson. We're here to learn lessons, okay? We're here to experience and learn lessons. And the universe says, okay, you're going to learn this lesson, you're going to learn that lesson, you're going to learn this lesson, and you're going to learn it through this person. You're going to learn that lesson through this person. You're going to learn that lesson through that person. And so that's what goes on a universal level before you come down here. That's the plan, right? Then once you get here, the people who are to teach you these lessons, which is basically reflecting energy of what's going on within you, these people come up in the form of friends, family members, lovers, co-workers, colleagues, neighbors. These are people who are going to be in your energy for a reason. Okay, there's a lesson there. So you need to pay attention to your intuition so that when it's telling you something is up, you take a look at it, because just like the universe wants us to learn lessons, there's negative forces on the universal realm that come in to try to keep us from learning these lessons so that we do not ascend spiritually. And so you have to pay attention to your intuition to tell you what's going on with a person. You don't have to, jump to conclusions right away, but if your intuition is going off with someone, you should pay attention to it. It's very important. So, because once you are comfortable with trusting yourself and your intuition, there's nobody outside of you who could fool you, once you get to that level. You know what I'm saying? And everybody wants to be at that level, but it's hard work to get there. And sometimes you may have to cut off family members or friends or a lover or a coworker or a colleague or, somebody that's in your energy. Sometimes you will have to cut them off, especially if, a negative entity has infiltrated them to, to do you wrong or to, do you dirty. And Aquarius that's what you guys are dealing with right now. So let's see. We're going to pull some cards here. 3 cards. I'm going to look at the intuitive message that I get. I'm going to channel the message. I said a prayer before I come onto the camera, as I always do, asking to give the messages that you need to hear, and that they're channeled through me, and that we are all protected from any negative energy while these messages are being channeled and received, okay? So with that being said, let's get 3 cards out here and see what we got going on. Take what resonates, leave the rest. This is not a reading to try to make fit. There's going to be 3 separate energies. I will read them separately. For some of you, only one may resonate with you. For some of you, all may resonate. Everything is not going to resonate 100% with everybody in any collective reading. If you want something that resonates with you specifically and only your energy, feel free to reach out. My information is in the box below. We will have it extended to this as well. That information will be in the box below. So we have your energy here. Okay, Major Arcana. Now, when Major Arcana show up in any tarot reading, it's a game changer. And it's something that is going to make permanent change in your life, whether it's good or bad, but it's going to make permanent change, right? It's a major player. So when you show up in your own Silent Enemies reading, you need to pay attention to your own energy because you could be your own worst enemy. So boom, this is what's going on right here. So for some of you, you need some healing. You need to heal. I feel like for some of you, there's somebody around you, whether it's, okay, there's 2 energies I get. Usually there's 2 energies when you're in a battle, right? It's usually you in a battle with yourself. And so as a result, if you're in a battle with yourself, that makes you weak to people external to you who may be trying to attack you in some way, shape, or form. And when I say a battle with yourself, meaning your higher self versus your 3D self. Your higher self is telling you to go this direction. Your 3D self is telling you, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to go over here. So you're battling with yourself for some of you. For others of you, you may be comfortable and secure in who you are. Your higher self could be telling you go this way. But there's some external force that is challenging that. And this external force is very dangerous to you, okay, because this is a star energy. You know, the star is all about hope and faith. It's all about forward movement. It's all about internet. It's all about technology. It's all about your friends, your social life, humanitarian efforts. You know, the star Aquarius energy is an amazing, amazing energy. And so when I see this energy here showing up, it's just like there could be something that's hindering your forward movement, something that's hindering your growth. It's either some type of internal battle you have going on where maybe you know somebody has presented themselves to you, someone who could be reflecting the dark side of yourself to you. And so you're supposed to cut this off so that you can move forward. But I feel like somebody's hindering your forward movement. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling strongly here. Someone's hindering your healing, or it's either you or someone external to you. Yeah, that's pretty cut and dry. That's the messages that I'm getting for that, for the star energy. Um, yeah, that's what I'm getting. If something else comes to me, I'll tell you, but usually the major arcana here are major. It's like you need to listen to your intuition, is basically what's going on. Your ruling planet is in Taurus right now, in retrograde. Taurus is the house of your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-value. Okay, so maybe some of you are putting yourself in a position where you're compromising that in some way, shape, or form, and so your forward movement may be hindered or could be hindered. But it's all about listening to your intuition, is what I feel as well. Okay, the next card we have here is the Knight of the Knight of Swords. This is Gemini energy. Yeah, so there's some type of message that's coming in to you. You need to be careful what people say to you and how they say it to you. Also, be careful to the messages that you're hearing. Because, you know, the Knight of Swords is about messages, right? It's about the sword. The sword energy is messages, it's intellect, it's thought, it's ideas. Okay? So you need to pay attention to your, for some of you, yes, you need to pay attention to your thoughts, your intellect, your ideas. Some of that could be being challenged, okay, by external factors. Or, like I said, it could be somebody who is in your energy who is reflecting back to you what you need to listen to versus what you don't need to listen to. So there could be a conflict of interest there. You know, Gemini rules the Knight of Swords. Gemini is an energy of the yin and the yang. You know, the negative, the positive. And it's like, what do you listen to? And because we have the North Node globally, the North Node's in Gemini right now, and we also have Lilith in Gemini globally. So we're all dealing with an energy of, you know, one part of us is feeling one way, and then the other part of us is feeling another way. So some of us, we're in a situation where we're not sure which voice to listen to. Okay, or we may be in that energy, we may come into that energy shortly. For you, where's Gemini in your chart? So, let's see. So, your fifth house. So, this is about a love affair. Okay, for a lot of you. You got to be careful who you're dealing with intimately. Okay, that's number one. You got to be careful with the people you hang around with on a social level, the things you do to have fun. That's where the messages are going to get twisted for you. So you got to be careful. There could be someone, like I said, trying to stop your forward movement. And when it's in the fifth house usually, that's your opposite energy anyway. Your fifth, no, it's not. I'm sorry. The fifth house, or the energy of the fifth house, that's your opposite polarity. Leo, I was right. That's your opposite polarity. So, you know, like I said, you guys in the beginning, you guys, as far as the readings I've been doing for you, you guys have been dealing with a succubus, incubus energy. Leos are dealing with that too. You know, and it's interesting because you guys are opposite polarities of each other. So you're experiencing some of the same challenges because you guys have a similar dark side. Because you're opposite polarities. Just like Scorpio and Taurus have a similar dark side. Just like Gemini, you know, Gemini and Sagittarius have a similar dark side, so on and so forth. So in the dark energy, some of you deal with the same types of issues. And right now what's going on with Aquarius and what's going on with Leo, based on what I've been picking up in the collective, is that you guys are being triggered by your lovers. You got people coming to you in the form of a lover. Some of you, it may not be a lover. Some of you, it may be a family member. But there's definitely devil energy infiltrated into somebody you know. But when it's in the fifth house, we're dealing with either your children, we're dealing with your lovers. Okay? So for some of you, that's what you're dealing with the succubus, incubus energy. You know, your children or your lovers. Now, succubus, incubus doesn't necessarily need to be sexual, but it could be somebody who's draining your energy in some way, shape, or form. Most times, the quickest direct route to your energy is through sex. So this devil could have come to you, this devil energy could be coming to you in the form of another partner. Okay, but for some of you, it could have something to do with your children as well. Maybe you have adult children and y'all just not getting along. Y'all not rocking at all. Okay, so it could be that. But the voices, the Knight of Swords, be careful what people are saying to you, what they're not saying to you, especially what they're not saying to you, because the Knight of Swords to me is always somebody who tells you what they want you to hear. So those whether you're being attacked by a spirit and that spirit is trying to get you to sway you to think about one thing without looking at the other. There's got to be a balance with that Gemini energy. So something is going to be off balance, and you need to be able to focus on that and know what that is. Now we have the the Eight of Pentacles that came out in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. So you're definitely dealing with this mercurial energy for sure. Now Mercury goes into retrograde on the 27th. We start feeling those energies probably 2 weeks prior, but some of you may be more sensitive to it and may be feeling it now. Meaning that you may have people coming back to you from the past. Okay, people that you've already cut off and moved on from. And for some of you, it's that devil energy coming back. It could be an ex-lover, or, if you're dealing with the negative energy through an adult child, it could be that as well. For others of you, it could be issues with gambling, because, the fifth house rules the speculative market. So it could be money, gambling, your creativity, because the star card talks about your creativity as well, forward movement, things like that. So some of that could be haltered, and with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, that could halter your money. Okay, so be careful that you're not blowing money, you're not spending money unnecessarily, you're not gambling away your money. Somebody could be coming around you to get money from you. Also, the Eight of Pentacles could be, where your focus is at. Some of you may not be paying attention to the energies you should be paying attention to. And could be because somebody could be coming around trying to slick talk you. And so you're not paying attention. They're slick talking you so that you pay attention to this over here. But in reality, they're over here doing this. And this is what you should be paying attention to. So you definitely want to pay attention to what people are not telling you. Definitely. But with the Eight of Materials in reverse as well, some of you could be having some financial difficulty. Okay. Some of you could be dealing with people who are not willing to put in any work and effort into the connection. And they may be lying to you, telling you that that's what they're trying to do. But in reality, that's not what they're going to do. So their intentions are not matching their actions. Pay attention to, what people say versus what they do. And I feel like you'll be able to figure this out. I don't know if there's going to be someone who's going to lose their job or someone who's already lost their job. Some of you may make money on the internet. Some of you may have a following. Okay? Is what I'm feeling too. But yeah, that's what I got for you, Aquarius. So I'm going to go to the extended and I'm going to pull 4 cards for each of these to see what other messages Spirit has for you. If this has resonated in any way, shape, or form with you or someone you know, feel free to leave a comment about it and make sure you click the like button. The comments are only going to be reserved to people who are resonating with the situation. I'm just going to delete any other comments, or I won't comment on it at all. I won't acknowledge your comment at all. I just want to keep it in the comment section to, people who resonate with the reading and how. All other comments are really not necessary. It's just too much to deal with. So I just block them out and delete them. Maybe other people on their channel don't, but I do. So with that being said, if this didn't resonate, check your other placements. It doesn't have to resonate with you this week. This is a silent enemies reading. Not everybody's dealing with the same type of negative energy. Maybe you've already, surpassed this situation here. And if so, good for you. Check your other placements. If you don't like this style of reading, on the screen you're going to see 4 other different types of Aquarius readings or air readings, collective air energy or Aquarius, that you can check out and see if that resonates with you as well. So I'm going to head to the extended, the links in the box below. Hopefully I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you in the next reading. Later, Aquarius.